we go. We're live, people. We're live. Let's go. We can get started.
Okay, so guys, we have here now. We have Sid of Mogul Management that represents Shem, and we have Martin who of ATM Alpha Talent Management that represents Harry Davies. So I was actually there at the weigh-ins earlier today.
You know, I don't like how you're starting this interview, you know. I don't like how you're starting this interview. It's Sid from MMA TV. Let's be honest right now.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Look, he's gone in. He's gone in.
Rightly. Listen, I've been corrected. You know, the smoke has started already. But listen, Martin, can you update us? Yeah, I was there at the weigh-ins earlier. I didn't see Mr. Davis. What happened?
You didn't see Mr. Davis? Hold on 1 second. I believe you did see Mr. Davis. You didn't see him, no?
No, but at least at the original scheduled time.
Right, you know what Harry's like. He's he's professionally late, isn't he? So that's what he's done. You know, the superstar is the one that always comes a little bit late and keeps everybody waiting for them. So that's what happened. No, he got there a little bit late. You know, the usual weight cutting sort of issues with most professionals. He made weight like a pro. He was a little bit out to begin with, so we had to come a little bit later and cut those last few pounds off. He's done it now. He's made weight like a pro. So yeah, we're in for a big fight tomorrow night.
Okay, so Sid, do you take anything from that for your fighter? Does that sound like Harry struggled to make the weight? He's having any difficulty? Because don't forget, Harry started off fighting started fighting off at 84 kilos, went down to 77, and is now fighting at 70. So does that give you any confidence? Do you read anything into that, Sid?
To be fair, he was only, I think, 0.8 of a kilo over. Wasn't too major. Obviously, he went into the, I don't know, I think he went into the sauna or he ran it off. He exercised it off in some way. It doesn't really mean too much. He didn't seem like he was really struggling, to be honest. He came in, made the weight, you know, a little bit after the original weigh-ins. And he looked all right. So I don't think it's going to really affect his performance. I don't think it'll make any difference anyway. I think the fight will go the way it's going to go, irrelevant of whether he came in a little bit over.
So sorry to cut you off, Sid, but Martin, I wanted to ask as well. Listen, so Shem is coming off of a loss in his last fight. Do you think that's going to affect him coming into this one against Harry? Because Harry seems very, very confident. And is that just Harry, or is he taking confidence from Shem's last fight?
It really depends on Shem as a person. Okay. Sorry, repeat that last bit again.
No, I was just saying that Harry seems exceptionally confident
at the minute. So
is that Harry normally, or is Harry taking confidence from that last loss?
Can you hear all right, Martin?
Oh, apologies.
We're having a bit of technical difficulties here, but I think I get what you're saying. So in terms of what you're talking about, yeah, in terms of performance, it really depends on Shem as a personality.
Listen, sometimes when the questions are so hard-hitting, the network can't handle it, guys. So you have to forgive us. You know, when Ahmed comes with these hard-hitting questions, the network suffers a little bit. So we'll crack on anyway. And I'll ask you, Sid. So representing Shem, how obviously he's coming off of a loss. How has that affected him? Is that going to motivate him to be better? Do you think he's going to be gun shy? Let us know.
To be fair, the coming off of a loss was one of them ones, you know, he was undefeated going into that fight. He had a lot of pressure fighting in UK soil. Not everybody's heard the backstory. He was on the run for 10 years. And
Wow.
at the moment, yeah, he was on the run for 10 years for a crime that he didn't commit. So he built his career and forged a career in Asia, and then moved over to fight in Dubai, and then moved to Ireland and had a couple fights there. But the moment he stepped onto UK soil, which was in Northern Ireland, the police were, it's open season. They were able to arrest him. So he had that going on his shoulders, and there was a lot of stuff online about if he steps into the UK territory, they would inform the police that he was there and he would be arrested. So that was a lot of pressure for him. So he went into that fight with a lot of pressure. Obviously, taking that on his shoulders, he did fight. He had a freak occurrence. He did take a loss. It's not one of them ones where it's dominated for 3 rounds. It's just a freak occurrence, and he lost the fight. So coming into this fight, is there pressure? There'll be no pressure on him whatsoever. He will coast into this one. He's a free man. He was rightly acquitted of a crime that he didn't commit. So he has no problems now. He can go where he wants. And this will be his first fight ever in his whole career being taken place in England. So he's buzzing and he's ready to go.
Okay. So listen, so for you, Martin, I know like Harry is someone that was super active. He likes to stay active. He had a little bit of time off and he's starting to get back into the swing of things. And he's someone that seems to perform better when he has some fights back to back. Yeah. So do you think that's kind of the situation now? He's getting back into the swing of things, into regular rotation of consistent fights?
I think so, 100%. I mean, Harry's been very consistent with his training, with his camps as recent, and during the time, especially during the COVID time when there wasn't much shows around the UK, obviously, he was inactive, certainly rusty, and, he had issues with his weight. He's now back at the weight that he should be fighting at. I mean, his last fight was at 66, this one's at 70, so he's there about that type of point, but he's been at this point consistently now. So I think we're going to see, a better version of Harry Davies, and certainly Mr. Davies 2.0, as I've been calling him. So yeah, he's going to be out there. I think he may surprise a few people in this fight.
Okay, and Sid, help me a little bit. Yeah, I don't actually know the answer to this question, but where has Shem campaigned the majority of his career? What weight was he at?
66.
Okay. So is there a reason for him coming up to 70, and how do you think he's gonna fare against a naturally bigger guy? As I said, Harry's come down from fighting at 84. I remember when he was fighting up there, he was respectfully, Harry, you was a little soft around the middle when you was at 84. You know what I mean? So he's a large man. So how do you think, Sid, that Shem's going to fare against someone that is naturally that much bigger than him, and why did Shem come up to 70?
Well, he's a big guy. Like, he's a really tall guy. I think people are surprised, especially Harry, when he saw him today. He was surprised how big he is. So it's only a natural progression as he's getting older that it's more and more consistently tougher to cut the weight. So it's a real big struggle for him to get to 66. He obviously done it seven times in his professional career, but 70 was still hard enough work. But he's a big guy. He's a big guy. He's tall. He's good at lightweight. So he's going to bring the speed. He's going to bring the skills, and he'll add even more power.
Okay, so now look, for the people watching, yeah, I want to ask you guys, and please be as honest as you can. I know you want to support your fighters, but I'm gonna go down categories, yeah, of skill sets, and I wanna know from each one of you who has the advantage in that area. Starting off with the striking, who do you think has the advantage on the feet? Martin, you can go first.
Well, I'd say Shem, he looks very rangy. He's, got some very good skills. I've seen him some of his performances. They were quite impressive. So I suppose on paper, a lot of people may go with Shem on this one. But again, as I said, with the recent camp that Harry's gone through, I think a lot of people are going to be very surprised.
Okay. Sid, do you obviously you're not going to disagree with that, but obviously just comment on how you feel about how they match up in the striking.
Shem has been working a long time on his striking, so the whole time he was in Dublin, that's what he was doing. He was at the Dublin Combat Academy, and they're strikers. That's what they do. I think it's Craig Cowley, I think if that's how you say it.
Yeah,
was his good friend and a coach of his, and he's obviously, if people know anything about striking K1 Muay Thai, he's the #1 guy. So that's what he's been working a lot on. So technical wise, Shem is a very technical striker.
Okay, so now flipping it on his head, in terms of in the range of the jiu-jitsu on the groundwork, Sid, who do you think has the advantage in that area?
Again, Shem, just because that's his base. That's what he started off at. Jiu-jitsu is his game. And
so let me, Sid, I'm so sorry to cut you off. So let me know. So Martin, explain to me, yeah. So Shem has the advantage in the striking. Shem has the advantage in the grappling.
Allegedly.
Okay. So please counter, because I'm like, by the sounds of this is sounding like a whitewash right now. This is Shem's got the advantage on the field.
No. Do you know what? I think you've got it all wrong here. No, I think you've got it all wrong. This is what it is. You've gone striking, grappling. What we haven't talking about is tenacity, endurance, capacity, mental fortitude. These are elements here that I think Harry Davies, is far eclipses Shem on this. The level of experience. I don't think Shem's really been, as Harry said, some people have said, he talks about being a dogfight, but let's get it twisted. You can have all of these things, but if you don't have those, certain other aspects to your game, like the tenacity, like grit, like determination, like sheer will to win, you might not get the result despite how good your striking is, despite how good your grappling might be. And I think those are the areas that Harry may have the edge on Shem on these specific areas.
So just for some people, I just want to translate what Martin has just said. He has basically said that Harry is too much man for Shem. Please comment, Sid.
I tell you how it's going to go. It's going to be a one-sided beatdown, and Shem's going to be swinging the hammer. That's how it's going to go.
Okay.
Is that how you're going to cut this interview up and just put that out as the clickbait?
Yeah. Now listen. Now
that's how it's going to go.
I'm not going to say that we didn't ask him for that title. Maybe we did. I don't know, but that may be the title of this video.
It could well be. You know what I mean? Don't worry, we chop up the memes for after. You know what I mean? We can't wait.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to be biased coming from you, Sid.
Okay.
I like Harry. I like Harry. I think he's a good fighter. He has got the cardio. He has got the tenacity. He is a guy that doesn't get finished. He's a tough guy, which is the reason why he's fighting for a world title. So it's obvious. It's irrelevant of how their last fights go. Both of them, are coming off of a loss.
So could I sorry to cut you, Sid.
Rounder. One was a one rounder, but
this one's a 5-rounder.
A fight's a fight, and it is going 5 rounds. But let's see how it's going to go. But like I said,
I just wanted to go back onto one thing. So before I got cut off, you did mention about mental capacity in last fights. You mentioned something like that. We got cut off. I believe you was going some with that. Do you mind repeating that question?
Yeah. So recently, yeah. If you don't know Harry, you might not be familiar with his skill set, his mindset, how he fights and whatnot. And on paper, it looks as if Harry has had a really difficult time over the last few fights. So what I wanted to know is that how is he going to be coming into this fight? What changes has he made? And how is he going to be mentally coming in? Because he seems to be incredibly confident. And I didn't know if that was maybe because of the camp, maybe that was because of the way that Shem lost his last fight. So I wanted to know, like, where is that confidence coming from Harry?
Harry's run certain changes with his camp. He's also run changes in certain aspects of his personal life as well. So he is in a much better place than he has been in some of his other fights. His camp has gone well. He's in a fantastic place. So, you know, this is now transcending into what you're seeing now in terms of those improvements and the confidence that he seems to be walking with as of today. So this is what the difference is. I don't think this has anything to do with Shem's last fight and his last loss. Harry's not going to look at that. I think that may be something that Shem may have to kind of deal with himself. But in terms of Harry, I know he's dotted the I's and crossed the T's for this specific bout.
Okay, so just on to you, Sid. I wanted to ask as well, yeah. Like, as you mentioned, this is a 5-round fight. We have seen Harry on so many occasions go the distance, dog it out, grit it out, make it a dirty, grimy fight. Can Shem deal with that 4 or 5 rounds?
I don't know if he's going to need to. To be honest, I don't know if he's going to need to. I think
good answer.
Skill,
but if he does though, because the thing is that the thing with spectacular finishes is they're amazing and they're very eye catching. But there's times when we need to see the dog in him, and can Shem bring out the dog against someone that is a naturally bigger man, someone that has gone to the well, not just gone to the well in the gym, but gone to the well in fights and dig deep? Can Shem do that?
There's no doubt that he can do it, without a shadow of a doubt.
Has he done it before?
Like a machine, but this is it. Has he done it before? No, he hasn't done it before. Has he needed to do it before? Again, no. He's a finisher. That's what he does. He finishes fights. Can he do it? I believe he can do it. Will he do it on Saturday? I'm hoping he isn't gonna. I'm hoping he doesn't need to. I'm hoping he finishes it before that. But this is a fight, isn't it? It's a fight.
But Sid, you know as well, yeah. You know as well. Doing it in the gym and doing it under the lights are 2 very, very different things. You see what I'm saying?
This is true.
Doing it under the lights is different.
You know what I mean? He performs. He already performs. It's not like we're not guessing here. He's a finisher. He's had 7 fights and he's finished all of his fights. There's a reason for that. Can he go the distance? Can he do 5 rounds? Well, maybe we'll see on Saturday night. Hopefully not. Hopefully he'll get it done earlier. But can he go the distance? Let's see. Let's see.
Martin, I wanted to ask you, yeah, we talking about this gritty fight and going the 5 rounds, yeah? Does Harry have to go the 5 rounds to win this fight? Or is Harry capable of finishing Shem as well?
This is the sport of MMA. Anybody's capable of finishing anyone at any given moment. As he spoke about, is that off button, and Shem's off button has been flicked on his last fight. You can't say we've seen that with Harry. So somebody's calling me right now. Have to be right now. Hold on, let's see who is that's calling me.
No problem. I'm gonna ask Sid this question based off what you just said. So basically, Sid, once again, I'm gonna translate for Martin. What Martin is saying is Shem's chin's chilling. That's what he said.
I never said that. You said that. So I think you should be responsible for your own words.
His chin's fine. His chin's fine. You know what I mean? You can put this out on the meme after. You know what I mean? If anything happens, but his chin is A-OK. It was a freak incident. He was still there. He wasn't completely KO'd. You know what I mean? It was just one of them.
I think Harry will have something different to say about that.
Well, he can tell him tomorrow night.
Okay, who has who has hometown. Obviously, this is like neutral territory, but when Harry typically travels to fights, I've never known a lot of people doing this, ordering the coaches for people to come, and he be doing coach packages for people to come and watch him fight and things like that. So do you believe that Shem is going to end up being in hostile territory, not because of the location of the fight, just because Harry does bring a lot of people with him? Either of you can answer that.
I think that would be something that's quite interesting to see, actually, because I know that Harry brings whole truckload of people.
Bro, you seen the coaches? You seen the coaches that he brings? That's the only fighter I know that books coaches. Like I said coaches with an S. We're saying plural. Lots of different coaches full of people to watch him fight in amateur. Listen, when I was doing amateur fights, my friend that drove was coming and my sister would turn up, mate. There was no one there. This dude's turning up to other shows with coach fulls of people. How is Shem gonna cope with Harry turning up with truckloads of people, hopefully just for my own entertainment, hurling abuse? How is he dealing with that?
He ain't gonna sweat it one little bit. He'll be in the zone. And you know what? He's got a little crew coming down from Liverpool. Yep, they're making a trip all the way down from Liverpool. A nice little 5 hours straight down that motorway to Crystal Palace Arena. And they will be making some noise. You know what I mean? They will be making some noise. So I'm really interested to see the dynamics tomorrow night, because I know Harry brings a lot of people, but so does Shem. And they're traveling a little bit longer, but they make a lot of noise.
Okay. Do you know what it is? I do apologize to Harry. I've forgotten the area that he's based in. I don't remember, but wherever that area is against the Scousers, right now as well, with the success of Paddy Pimblett in the UFC, you know, the Scousers are on the rise. Do you think that like Shem is gonna be the guy to kind of fly the flag for the upcoming Liverpudlian fighters? Do you know what? I'm scared to say Scousers. I don't know if that's offensive or not. I do apologize if it is. But yeah, is he gonna fly the flag for the up and coming Liverpudlians?
He's that guy. He's that guy. It's like a natural succession. He's the next in line. He is the guy that's making the most sound. He is the guy that's bringing the most skills, and he's the guy that is going to come and wipe out all the lightweights that are domestically still on the local circuit. So it's not going to be long. Look to see him picked up ASAP. You know.
Now listen. These are not words from me, but the rumor is that the delay of Harry coming to the weigh-ins is because he was nervous. That's the rumors. You didn't hear that from me. And also the rumor is that Martin Ireland, his manager, has left this chat because he was also feeling the pressure. Do you think that was the right decision from both to step away? You know, and this is not coming from me. Listen, I'm impartial. I'm unbiased. That is my middle name. Ahmed Unbiased Tijani. That is actually my name. So it's not coming from me. Just want to know what your thoughts on that. Those two things were.
They're shook. They're shook. You know what I mean? He can't say too much on the chat because he knows that he's going to have to eat every single word he says. So he's got to be very careful and mindful of what he's saying right now, because he knows that this is going to get clipped and put out there into the world to see.
Listen. I think that was an excellent note to end it on. Sid, listen, we appreciate your time. Martin, Shem, Harry, wherever you guys are, it's unfortunate you couldn't be here right now, but you know, we appreciate the time and we look forward to tomorrow. Where can people find this fight and stream this fight?
They can go to mmatv.co.uk and hit the Contenders 33 button, or MMA TV Live. They can go and click the link in the bio. Support Harry, support Shem, and there's a lot of other really good fights on the card.
And also, just for my own thing, I do have to mention as well, you know, John No Mercy Nichols will be fighting on that card as well. I have to give a shout out to my teammate and my friend, also represented by Alpha Talent Management. And final words from you, Martin. While you were dealing with some things, you know, Sid said that you guys on your side are shook ones, that you didn't want no smoke, that you didn't want it, that you shaved off your hair because that's how nervous you were. That, you know, those are the things that he was saying. So I just wanted to find out, what were your final parting words to the people that are going to be looking forward to the fight tomorrow? What are your parting words for Shem and for Sid?
I believe this is the coup de grace. This is the end. So, like, my little small company in comparison to the juggernaut of Mogul Management, who has a very prolific, should I say, athletes on their books, you know, and has been around for a very long time. You know what? I'll give credit where it's due. You know, Sid is you know, he's been a mover and shaker, and you know what? In maybe in another universe somewhere, I'd look up to Sid maybe and admire him from a distance in terms of his achievement within this business. But little do many people know that our small little Alpha, we've got. What's that?
I was telling Sid to read between the lines, and we're going to clip what you just said, and we're going to edit the beginning bit. No one's going to hear you say
of course, I wouldn't expect anything less from anything on MMA TV. Of course not. So as I was saying, a lot of people don't know that, you know what, I've gone up against Sid with my guys, and we've whooped their ass on more than one occasion. He knows this. Yeah. Okay. So what's the score, Sid? Was it 3-3? So we've gone against each other on 6 different occasions, and I've taken half of that. And you know what? That's us going against him, who's been. How experienced are you, Sid? How long have you been out in the game?
We're racking up 15 years in the game now.
Sid, don't show your age. Don't show your age.
Don't show your age, Sid. But I put it like this. You know what?
You know what I mean? Come on.
You know how it goes. But all I'm gonna say is, you know, we're right behind you, Sid. Yeah, we're breathing down your neck. Yeah, and you know it ain't gonna be no difference. Like
we're Stevens right now.
We're even Stevens, and you know what? On other occasions where you thought you was gonna, you know, you came in, you know, swaggering, thinking you're the big Don, and the rest of it, you know, we showed you that. Yeah, we're here to play a part as well. So tomorrow, expect fireworks. Expect my team to bring it as always, and yeah, you know what? We be looking to take that title home with us, keep that on the ends. We don't expect that to be going back to Liverpool. I don't think it's going to happen. So, yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
So can I present one last thing before we leave, yeah? As this is the tiebreaker, Mogul against ATM, can we have a friendly wager of a bottle of AU vodka from the loser to the winner? Can we agree to that? Friendly gentleman's wager.
Do you know what? Like the thing is, yeah, that's it. Don't listen, don't try and act big now because you're in front of the camera. Because every single time I put money your way to say, yeah, let's have a wager on this, you're not on it.
Actually,
listen,
he's not on it. Where's my money? I just remembered you owed me money from the last fight.
I owe you money, yeah?
Yes. And I want that money.
I'm sorry for what I started, guys. I'm so sorry. Honestly, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was going to go here.
Yeah, it went left real quick. What are you saying, Sid? What, a bottle of vodka, yeah?
Yeah, let's go. I would like, what flavour do I want? I like a little, I don't know, cherry. I like a bit of cherry flavour, so yeah. Make mine a cherry.
Yeah, I'm not bothered as long as I see my bottle of vodka. You can give me whatever you like, mate. That's fine. I'm all good with it. I will just put it up on I'll just put it up in my trophy case with all the other achievements I've stolen from your team. So we'll just keep it that way.
Let's go.
Listen, spot on. Listen, guys, thank you so much. Obviously, you've got the details of how to find the fight. Join us tomorrow. It's going to be an amazing night. It's going to be an amazing fight. And
can I just say one thing? One
Yes.
thing, it has been a pleasure. Like we've been meaning to do this for a little while now, and even though it will be the decider for now, it sure won't be the end of Alpha versus Mogul. We'll be keeping the UK MMA industry. We'll keep their eyes open with some exciting fights over the next coming months to the next few years. But thanks for having me anyway. Tidge, thanks for having me as well. Sid, pleasure as always, bro.
Yep, always a pleasure.
Manners and respect always.
Yeah, man. I'll see you soon, man. I'll see you all
Cheers,
tomorrow.
boys.
Yeah, buddy.